Welcome, everyone. Today, we are diving into a fascinating topic. Picture this. Our world is standing right at the doorstep of a brand new industrial revolution, one that's poised to be just as groundbreaking as the one that supercharged our global economy for the last couple of centuries. This revolution, my friends, is about to have a profound impact on all aspects of our lives. And it's not just a local affair. It's got a global reach. What's driving this massive change? Technology, media, telecommunications, and the internet. That's what. Now, let's fast forward to the turn of the new millennium. Think about global TV broadcasting the sunrise, live, from every corner of the world, thanks to a whopping 300 satellite channels. That's the world we live in today. In the 21st century, millions of people can talk to each other in real time, crossing national borders and even time zones. They are using voice, text, pictures, and sometimes all three together. In this digitalized, interconnected world, data is flowing across borders at an astonishing rate. Turbocharged international trade, much of which is happening thanks to cutting-edge technologies. The definition of international communication is communication that occurs across international borders, according to Robert Fortner. In his book, Fortner explores the origins of international communication, a concept as old as the existence of modern nation-states, which started forming in the 11th century. But it doesn't stop there. International communication has even deeper roots, stretching back to the great ancient empires like Rome, Greece, Egypt, and Babylon. Harold Innis, a Canadian economic historian, believed that you could understand these ancient empires by examining their artifacts of communication. Things like clay stone tablets, papyrus scrolls, and even rolls. These artifacts, he argued, shaped the very nature of these societies. Some communication methods were time-biased, like carved stone tablets that lasted for centuries. Others were space-biased, like easily transported papyrus. Time-biased media favored tradition, while space-biased media favored imperialism, spreading political authority far and wide. Talking about stakeholders of international communication, there are a lot of actors and stakeholders who are active in the stage of international communication. Traditionally, when we thought about international communication, it was mostly governments talking to governments. The big players called the shots. And you can find tons of research on that. But here's where it gets exciting. As we rolled into the late 20th century, communication and information technologies stepped up their game. They broke the mold, going beyond just government stuff and including business to business and people to people interactions on a global scale. And the speed? Well, it's beyond anything we could have imagined just a decade ago. But it's not just countries in the driver's seat anymore. We have got a whole host of non-state international actors, making their mark in international communication. These include big international non-governmental groups like Amnesty International, Greenpeace, and the International Olympic Committee. Then we have got the heavy hitters from the business world, such as GE, News Corporation, and AT&T. And let's not forget about the intergovernmental organizations like the European Union, NATO, and ASEAN. These folks are shaping the landscape too. In today's world, international communication isn't just about politics. It encompasses political, economic, social, cultural, and military aspects. As it becomes more pervasive and multifaceted, the urgency to study it has never been greater. Intellectual curiosity and research in the international dimensions of communication, culture, and media have surged, driven by the globalization of media and cultural industries. And communication studies? Well, it's expanded to include cultural and media studies, all while embracing a comparative and international perspective. Get ready for an exciting journey through this dynamic field. Moving on, let's discuss the 6 key characteristics of international communication. These dimensions help us grasp the nuances of this global phenomenon. Remember, international communication isn't just about radio and TV cross borders. It's much more diverse. First, intentionality. Communication can be intentional, like international broadcasters targeting foreign audience, or unintentional, like radio signals spilling across borders, sometimes sparking controversies with cultural, political, and economic consequences. Second, channels. Communication can be public, available to all, or private, restricted. It can occur on public channels like broadcasting or private channels like encrypted telegraph messages. Third, distribution technologies. Information travels through radio waves, wires, cables, and even physical transportation, like shipping film stock. Fourth, content form. International communication comes in various forms, from entertainment to public affairs, programming, to raw news copy, computer data, voice and telegraph traffic, encrypted messages, and diplomatic exchange. Fifth, cultural consequences. All communication has cultural impacts, with dominant countries sometimes imposing their values on weaker states. This raises questions about protecting indigenous culture versus the free flow of information. And the last, political nature. International communication is inherently political. Crossing borders challenges political power, and uncontrolled information threatens monopolies of knowledge, use their political control. In conclusion, international communication has a rich history and diverse characteristics that shape the way information flows across our interconnected world, from ancient empires to modern nations, from international broadcasts to international spillovers. It's a complex and dynamic field that influences cultures, politics, and economics on a global scale. So, as we continue our journey in this course, keep this characteristic in mind. They will help you navigate the intricate landscape of international communication.